Dreaming of owning a property in a prime location with great proximity and fantastic neighborhood? EJ Investments Sanyang Seaview Estate is the best choice you have been waiting for. Our Sanyang Seaview Estate is approximately 15 minutes drive away from the busy hub of Brusubi roundabout and into the heart of nature, where you can have a peaceful and relaxed lifestyle with your family. You can buy a finished 4-bedroom story with 5-year flexible payment plan or a service plot with 2-year payment plan option. With over 300 homes, you will enjoy big tar roads with covered drainage, modern electrification with solar street lights, gated entrance with security post, and a breath-catching experience of our beautiful sea view and lake view. You can own a home today at our Sanyang Seaview Estate. Call us today on 446-4838 or 325-9220. Visit our website on ejinvestments.net. EJ Investments, first in property.
Hello viewers, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Jana Commission. Today we are out here to talk to people about the trending issue of the diplomatic passport saga, and then the Jana Commission report was also released. So we are out here to know people's reactions and what they think about these two issues. Thank you.
About the diplomatic passport, Sarah, I think it's a very important document. It should not be issued to anybody. It should be given to the people that deserve to have it. It should not be given. Just because you hold a public office does not mean the passport should be issued to you, to your family members, your children. We are all citizens and we are all equal before the law. I mean, there are privileges public figures enjoy in this country, especially people that are holding very prominent position in the government. But I mean, it should not be taken as a leverage to, seek for diplomatic passport for your children, your wife. I mean, it should not work that way. So I think it's not right.
The diplomatic passport saga is also another interesting one. We have seen, I think, recently, the debate has been on the Attorney General's case, the Minister of Justice, wherein 5 of his family members, the mom, the stepmom, 2 sisters and the wife were issued diplomatic passports, which he said accordingly, he sought the right advice from the right authority, that is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But I personally think the Attorney General should have been the one, in fact, to offer advice rather than him seeking advice. That is my personal opinion. And I think even if that is the rule, that such family members, whether they are close or distant relatives, I think the Attorney General should have been in position, even if that is the rule that they should have, the Attorney General should have been in position to advise the government or even the President that, look, this is the rule, but I mean, it's not going to be right. It's going to encourage people to bring in, their other family members to get diplomatic. But he should have been in position to advise the government better than him being advised by the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And it's good that he has returned these passports. However, already a bad precedent has been set. And I think he's somebody that people had a lot of confidence in. Myself, personally, I had a lot of confidence in him. But, I was let down and I was a bit disappointed. However, he was able to come out and take full responsibility of his actions. And I think this is what is expected of every, government official, be it a minister or someone holding high position in government. So I think it's something that the government needs to look into. But if they should go deeper, probably we will in fact be surprised, the people that will come out as being involved in this case. However, I think what is important right now is that Gambians are being aware of things that are happening. At least information is coming out, and then people are able to come out and challenge or express their opinions and their views on some of the wrongdoings that happens in government. And I think this is a good step towards nurturing our fledgling democracy and ensuring that there is democratic accountability, transparency, good governance, the rule of law, and respect for human rights in our country.
Anywhere you go nowadays, what you hear about people discussing is about the diplomatic passport. People have been giving our national documents, PGT, blah, blah, blah. My opinion about this issue is that I believe in as much as the diplomatic passport are supposed to be meant for our diplomats, I think they should also contemplate as to who should be issued with this valuable document. For the fact that if you are given a diplomatic passport, something has been added to your life. That is to say, you are no more your own self. If you are given a diplomatic passport, it means wherever you travel, you are traveling with your name and with the name of a diplomat. And if that is so, it means anybody who is supposed to be given this document need to be verified. What I have been hearing, I don't know how factual it is, that the Minister of Justice have issued diplomatic passport to the close family of him, or to his close family. I think if that is so, it should not be, to my own opinion, that is not supposed to be done, because people are saying, "Kuboka sigeta binansi miaobi," that is the law of adage. But I believe this adage is not supposed to be done, because if this is so, it will breed what we call nepotism and favoritism. And in any dispensation, especially in the democratic dispensation, I believe what the people should be taken care of is equality before the law and the following of the due process. So the fact that diplomatic passport means you are having a passport that is not just the normal passport. It is not an ordinary passport like any other passport. If you are given a diplomatic passport, let's say, for example, you are outside the Gambia and you cause a problem there, what they will report, it is going to be what? A Gambian diplomat. So that is just logically telling you it's not any riffraff that should pick that passport and go with it. So I believe also for the country also to be recognized and be respected at the international level, we need to know and limit as to the number of people or the category of people who are supposed to be issued with these valuable documents. Yeah.
Regarding the diplomatic passport, there are a lot of hula bahu and then also buaha as to what exactly is happening regarding corruption and also favoritism. My opinion in that regard is going to be that each diplomat actually is given the opportunity and the privilege to enjoy immunities. And these privileges and immunities is recognized under international principles and international law. For instance, the Vienna Convention and diplomatic immunities provided for that even where the diplomat lives, the surroundings, it's protected and it's immune from any threat. So if a diplomat or a delegate from the Gambia realizes that his parents or people that he is with under threat or they are necessary to be protected under this immunity, it is constitutional and it's provided for under international law. So some of the issues regarding how it has been done, the procedural aspect of it are political, and if we look at it from the legal perspective, I believe we'll be able to have more comprehensive and rational outcome and decision as to the diplomatic aspect and the diplomatic passport saga.
First of all, I want to commend the Jana Commission for doing a brilliant work about the financial issue of the former president. I think they really did great. My problem is how the government is handling it. If you set up a committee to look into the finance embezzlement of the former president, and they have successfully executed that role, they've given you a report, and they've given you recommendation, and you don't want to act upon that recommendation. It's like you are taking us back. I mean, what's the message you are sending to the people? You said you want to know how the money were spent and all of that, and the commission helps you to find out all that. But still, you want to, it's like selective justice is the mantra in the New Gambia. Selective justice continues to be the order of the day. How can you punish other people and allow other people to work freely? It's not fair. If we want to, if the change we are truly talking about, if you want to put it into action, we have to be consistent. I mean, you cannot use a yardstick to punish others and, use a different yardstick not to punish. I mean, it's not right. Everybody should be treated equally. So I think the Jana Commission really did a great work. But my problem is with President Barrow. And I'm going to say President Barrow. I'm not really happy with how he's, running the affairs of this country. You are the president of this country. Gambia is bigger than you. It's bigger than all of us. You should put the interests of the country forward. I mean, it doesn't matter if your children, your son or your friend is involved. As long as it has to do with the Gambia, you have to do the right thing. The Gambians are not pleased with your decision. You have to be a president for all of us and stop the selective justice. Yes.
Jana Commission, my opinion is that it depends on the kind of issues that are raised. But I've seen some youth of this country saying that the establishment is not constitutional because it has not passed through the act of the parliament. We are saying that the section which actually established the Commission of Inquiry through the Office of the President is constitutional because it's provided for in the 1997 Constitution, which is currently under review. And that Constitution is through an act of the Parliament to which the Gambia themselves voted in favor of it. So it is constitutional in my own opinion and based on the legal principles and the laws that are provided for in this country.
Well, my opinion, basically starting with the Jana Commission, I think it's interesting that the commission is done with its report and then submitted it to the government, and the government was able to come up with a white paper on it with regards to implementing the recommendations. However, we have seen a situation wherein some people have been, should I call, spared by the white paper. The likes of the Chief of Protocol, Alaji Sise, being spared, sort of. And we have heard the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General explain why Alaji Sise specifically and some protocol officers were spared by the white paper. However, I think personally this argument does not meet the threshold of a convincing argument to tell us why, the likes of Alaji Sise, who has been a protocol officer under the Jammeh regime, involving such high-profile financial wrongdoings, could be spared, while others are being given, life ban, from holding public offices. I think these are good moves, trying to set an example on people that have been involved in financial wrongdoings. However, it will be very unfair, and it will constitute what I will call selective justice if certain people or individuals have been spared. Do we know what are the reasons why these people were spared? Is it probably because they're in the government, they hold top positions in the government? We do not know. And then also, I think it will be set a bad precedent. And also, it will kind of reduce public confidence in some of the commissions that are already set up, especially the TRRC that is currently doing a very fantastic job. So if people could be spared by the white paper developed by the government, on implementing the recommendations of the Jana Commission, we can certainly say that probably even if the TRRC will come up with recommendations, certain individuals could be spared as well. So it will kind of reduce public confidence in some of the commissions, especially the TRRC, which I think is the most important commission, one of, if not the most important commissions established by this government. Yeah.
Hello viewers, you have heard people's opinions, and everyone is entitled to his or her opinions, and see you next time. Thank you.
Remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.